All right, Cristobal. So I am on the corner of Bougainville and Alta View. This is the neighborhood. It's very quiet. Seems to be pride of ownership here in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day here in San Diego. And this is the home behind me. So you got a nice 2-car garage, short driveway, but you could fit a car or two in, and it seems like there's no problems, parking in the street or having a lack of parking in this neighborhood. Beautiful little front yard. I like the curb appeal of this property. It does look really nice. And I actually kind of went into this property, with a very particular eye, because this investor sometimes is known for doing, work that isn't as up to the standard as John and I like. So just know that going into it, but I was actually really pleasantly surprised by this particular property. It's pretty gorgeous inside, and I can't wait to show you. So you can kind of see, it's hard because it's so bright out here today, but you can see beautiful neighboring properties. The front yard has tons of curb appeal, beautiful little walkway and flowers here to the left of the door. I see here it looks like there's a sewer clean out right in the yard, which could be convenient. And it does appear that there's sprinklers too in the yard. So we're gonna walk up to the front door, and as soon as we're out of the sunlight, it will actually focus a little bit better. These are kind of like faded windows here, so you can't really see into them, and a very inviting signature red door. When you first walk in, you're invited into a nice little entry space. This is nice and open. I obviously have a wide angle lens here on the camera, so it does seem very spacious, but it feels that way in real life too. Here is the fireplace. It kind of separates the dining kitchen from the living room, and I love that because it's still a really open feel, but kind of separates the space. So here you've got a dining room nook. Really liking the way this looks. It seems as though they did a nice job. There's a skylight here, which is, allowing tons of natural light to come in. Great space here. I'm going to move slowly just so you can really take all that I'm showing you in. There's no fridge on the property, and I'm just going to show you a few things. This is kind of some of the things that we noticed with this investor. See how they kind of missed the cabinet there with the nails? Those are really minor things. I think all in all, it seems on the surface that they did a great job on this property. I'm just noticing a couple things, and because you're far away, I am going to point them out to you. Another thing right here, just see they have a little tiny nail hole right here. These things, obviously, you're handy and you do work in the flipping business, so these are things that you could potentially fix and maybe improve before you were to sell the property yourself. This is kind of a washer dryer nook, which is really convenient right off the kitchen, and here's actually the 2-car garage. So this space is fantastic because you could pull the car into the garage, especially your wife with the kids. She could come right in. Here is the washer dryer area with some shelving above. The one thing that I'm concerned about is this is not very deep, probably about 2.5 feet deep. So you'd either need a small washer dryer or, perhaps a stackable or something like that. I'm just not sure like how far into the pathway it would come. This might be a little bit tight once you get a washer dryer in here. However, right next to the washer dryer space is a great pantry, so tons of storage here. And then you from the garage, enter right into the kitchen. So from the garage, then we've got the washer dryer space, the pantry to my right, and you walk into the kitchen. So we've got great quartz countertops here. They have a nice sparkle. It looks really trendy. The white cabinets look really great here. You can see, again, just some stuff that's just a little bit messy. Nothing too major, but sometimes it's just indicatory of what's underneath the surface. Once again, I love kind of how this fireplace is in the middle of the room. Even though the property is nice and open, it kind of separates the space. And then we've got huge windows here that are allowing in tons of natural light. And they've got this set up here as a living room, but you could have so much more furniture in this space, for sure. There's a lot of room here. These doors are great. They open all the way up. I'm going to kind of show you, which is fantastic for entertaining. I mean, this is what's amazing about living in San Diego. You kind of get the indoor-outdoor feel. So with these double sliders, you can actually really have kind of an entertainer's delight here and an indoor-outdoor seamless feel, which would be great, I think, with the dogs and the kids. So when you step out, you've got a nice deck here. To the right is actually a pool, which has a full gate around it, which would be great for the kids. This you might want to put an additional fence here because, you know, this could be haphazardous with the kids and the dogs, but that's a very minimal fence amount that you have to put in. And then you've got this beautiful deck with fantastic views. So check this out. You have a little bit of a buzz of highway noise, but I noticed when all the doors and windows in the home were closed, because they're dual pane, you couldn't hear any of it. And with, you know, this is pretty typical of San Diego. A lot of the homes that have views do have a slight highway noise buzz. And that's a little bit of a busier street down there. You could see it is 4 lanes, so 2 each way. But yeah, really the sound is not too bad at all. And then to the left, I actually love this space for you guys. It's like right now just wood chips, and it's kind of, you step over this little space over the deck. And yeah, all wood chips right now, but you could potentially put in grass, or this could be great for the dogs. I know that, you know, they're bigger, so this space may be really great for them. It's kind of like a little dog run type area off of the side of the house. You could put a gate here easily if you wanted to keep them in this space. And then over here, and because this little gate is locked, I'm actually gonna check out the pool area through one of the bedrooms, because there is a slider that you can see right there through one of the bedrooms. Oh, actually the gate is just open, never mind. Here is the pool. So it's kind of unique. You have kind of the, you know, the wood chip area there beyond the deck. You've got a deck with views, and then there's this kind of pergola structure that I'm underneath right now with a window, which is unique. But there does appear to be some, you know, electrical type wiring. I don't know if this is hooked up. You know, sometimes this is kind of signature of this particular investor to kind of just have open wire type things. It looks like this actually might be cable, so I don't know if the prior owner had a TV situation over here, kind of like a pool party situation. But yeah, and then there's a pool over here. So this does appear to be in decent condition. It's a little bit dirty, but that's typical. We've had a lot of rain in the last few weeks here in San Diego, so I'm not surprised by that. The concrete surface here looks really great, no cracking or anything. The pool looks great. I don't see any like refinishing that's needed. It appears that it starts out shallow and then gets deeper. And I do like that this is totally gated off, so, you know, with the kids you could potentially just make sure that these fences are secure and safe for the kids, but you could block this area off from them. So I'm going to go back inside the main house just so you can see. Let me close up this gate. So yeah, you'd want to fix this gate. It doesn't even close, but that would be an easy fix. And I mean, out here, you know, there's just a few things that like I would probably change. Like this, I think that the investor should have taken out these long lights and just put in a different fixture. Sometimes with this particular investor, I notice a lot of like deferred maintenance that they left on the outside. I'm not really seeing that today, which is fantastic. The rafters seem to be pretty decent shape. I don't see a lot of deferred maintenance here. Once again, we're in the living room, so I just stepped back off of the deck into the living area. Down this hallway is all the bedrooms. Oh, and I forgot to show you, behind the front door is actually a closet, which is great and not very common in San Diego to have a cloak closet right near the front door. So that's great. And then, so yeah, like I was saying, down this hallway are the bedrooms. So to the left is the first bedroom. It's a decent size. I would probably say 11 by 11-ish. And we can check that on the MLS for you. Nice little closet, mirrored doors, you know, signature of a flip. And here we've got our furnace, which does look a bit older. But for this price point and this neighborhood, it's not uncommon for the investor to have not replaced that, especially if it's in working order. Here we have the second bedroom. I like the detail here in the ceiling with the recessed lighting. They did a nice job with that. The one thing that I would, you know, want to keep in mind with you guys, you can always put, you know, child safety locks on these doors, but this would be probably one of the bedrooms that your children would be in, and it does have a door to the exterior. However, there's gates all over, and you could potentially put a child lock on this door so that they couldn't get out to the pool. And then there is another closet with the mirrored doors, pretty standard size. Built-ins here at the end of the hallway, which are great. Lots of storage opportunity. This kind of doubles as a linen closet here. And before we check out the master, which is fab, I'm going to check out the hall bathroom. So this is great. Hi. Really nice vanity here. Obviously same cabinets and countertop as the kitchen, which is pretty standard. We've got a little toilet nook in here, which is nice. I'm sorry, I apologize, I should have closed that toilet before I recorded. We've got I'm loving this wood looking tile that's kind of trendy right now. It seems like they did a nice job on the bathroom. This particular investor, sometimes, I don't know if it's a different tile guy that they use sometimes, but this grout appears to be in really good condition. Sometimes they have really messy grout, but I'm actually really pleased with what I'm seeing here. It seems like they did a pretty nice job on the shower and the area. And the only thing I noticed here that could potentially be a downside, but I think it would be an easy repair. That's pretty loud. But those things, you know, are fixable, and I would, you know, not consider that a deal breaker, just want to make you aware of it. Just trying to point out things that I noticed for you since you are out of state. So this master is actually a really nice size. I have really poor spatial perception, so I will look up the measurements on the MLS, but maybe like 15 by 12 here in this room. What I love about it is his and hers closets. I wish John and I had these. So here's one, and then here's another, and this one's actually really deep, so this would probably be hers. And then, you know, lots of natural light here coming in through the windows. This room does overlook the pool area. And then you can see, you know, really nice open space. It's really light and bright in here, ceiling fan. And then off of the master is the ensuite bathroom, which I'm loving. I actually really like the way they kind of configured this space. The toilet and shower are separate from the vanity, which John and I currently have in our apartment right now. And it's fantastic because I'm able to put on my makeup and do my thing here in the mornings, wash my face, brush my teeth, while John is doing his business in here, and then vice versa. So we personally really like this in our current unit. And then once again, you know, toilet and then shower. And while there is a window here, I'm very pleased again with the tile work. It seems like they did a pretty nice job here in terms of the tile and the caulking and just, you know, the grout in between. It's not super messy. I like the styles that they've chosen here. And it looks good. I mean, this honestly, because John and I are always a little bit skeptical when we see this investor's flips, this is actually the best one I've ever seen that they've done, to be honest. So it seems like it could potentially be a great fit for you guys. It's definitely move-in ready, and I think with your, see, here's just another thing, how this just kind of comes out a little bit. You can see the wood underneath, but once you get the fridge in here, that would be hard to notice. And there's no backsplash here in the kitchen, but that could of course be a nice improvement, and that's honestly where we often see the messy grout that they do. But this is honestly the best one I think I've ever seen that they've done. So great find. Let us know what you think. We're here if you have any questions, and if you want to make an offer, just let us know. I feel confident in this property on the surface. You know, obviously we'd want to be really thorough in our due diligence and home inspection, but on the surface this looks fab. It looks really beautiful, and I think it's a valid option. Let us know what you think. Thanks, Cristobal.